Hello my G's, it's your superstar Doreen Matiza kama kawaida Matilo, ama unanita vipi kadada?
Hey, I go by the name Director Lennox and you know what it is. Ni more than just entertainment. Na leo tuko kwa YouTube channel ya Mr. Patrick.
Yani tunasema the author. Na leo ameletea Matilo in the building na kama kawaida kama ibada ni kufanya subscribe. Manze,
and una make sure una like na una comment manze. It's all about support manze. Great content manze. It's all about books, reviews and all these things. Hello everybody, I am Director Lennox. Karibu kwa another episode of the West Side Dopeness.
With your superstar Doreen Matiza kama kawaida. Matilo yani kadada na show ni murwa kama kawaida.
Exactly. Welcome Mr. Patrick. He'll talk to us and introduce himself right now. Na mtajua more about him. Welcome sir.
Yes, asante sana. Habari Matilo.
Niko salama salimini.
Ndio mtu mkubwa kabisa hapa.
Karibu sana.
Okay, sasa asante. Jina langu ni Preventive Patrick Kegon.
Okay.
Preventive Patrick Kegon ni mhandisi, ni mwandishi, ni mshajishaji, mjasiriamali.
So,
Lennox.
In short,
Lennox kwani hapo.
Amesema. Matilo acha tunikwambie.
Tulia, unacheki.
Matilo hujaelewa mwandishi. Matilo.
Hapo kwa mwandishi anastahili asisitize. Ndio kuna pale viewer ambaye ajaelewa aseme mwandishi. Ndio ameenda Kiswahili. Kiswahili.
Is that not? So mwandishi ni editor.
Okay, let's do it now. Mhandisi ni engineer.
Mwandishi asisitize. Ni Kiswahili sanifu. Sisi ni wa Kenya, tunaongea Kiswahili lakini kuna Kiswahili natupita.
So tuko same line. Okay.
Kisha mwandishi. Sasa ni author.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Kisha mshajishaji.
No. Jamani.
Leo imepata Lennox. Leo imekupata.
Hapo, unajua mimi from the Luo side. Sasa msarisaji. Umesema msharisaji.
Sema mshajishaji.
Mshajishaji.
Okay, good. Mshajishaji ni motivational speaker.
Oh wow. Okay.
Na mwisho mjasiriamali.
Entrepreneur.
No. Yani leo ni nini? Leo my viewers. Leo mkiona nyewe tumewaletea Patrick. Niliwaambia Matilo ukiona amekaa chini, it's something great. Tunafundishwa hapa. Linafaa.
Wow. Thank you so much Mr. Patrick for gracing our show. And today tuko na topic a very very nice one. That's why we are trying as much as we can to be happy.
Yes.
You know, Kenya is a beautiful country.
Yes.
But kuna issue that is going on that the youths are depressed. Can we talk about this depression?
Okay, before we talk about depression, turudi class.
Anajaribu kuruka hapo.
Kwa sababu maana mimi naandika Kiswahili, si ndio?
Exactly.
Kwa hivyo lazima tungangane tujikuze na kuikuza Kiswahili.
Exactly.
Sasa stress kwa Kiswahili ni?
Stress kwa Kiswahili ni
Stress kwa Kiswahili ni my viewers
out there. Kama unajua stress kwa Kiswahili,
tunafundishwa.
Watume kwa SMS.
Tuma SMS, kwa hiyo SMS hapo tuambie stress kwa Kiswahili. Lakini according to me
msongo wa mawazo.
Naam.
Msongo wa mawazo.
Lakini sasa hebu imagine unaambia mtu msongo wa mawazo. Si wa Kenya tumezoea mimi niko na stress. Lakini sasa upate hiyo msongo wa mawazo. Uje hiyo darasa na ili tupiga chenga. Ni kama tulikuwa kwa dirisha.
In Kalenjin tunasema mawega saa 8.
Mawega saa 8. Yani
inamaanisha no, that's not stress. Inamaanisha hakurudi class saa 8.
Nilienda kulala, nilikula ile ugali ya lunch. Ndio ugali kukula lunch. Wewe soma.
Hello, good.
Anyway,
depression.
Exactly.
We are writing a book.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are developing a series, inaitwa Grit series,
Okay.
Grit series is a book. It's a book series comprising 10 books, which is generally talking about grit. Grit is greatness requires internal toughness. You know that one, that's a simple line. But it talks about passion, perseverance, and persistence. But we want to come up with this series in a wholesome manner. So the first one was Grit for the Road. So Grit for the Road talks about how you can go hard on yourself. But the second book in this series is called Harmony Within. from the definition harmony within. It means being in harmony with yourself.
Yourself, right? Okay.
Understanding that it is okay not to be okay. It's understanding that you need to seek a balance in this life. And it's very important that it's a good coincidence that we are talking about depression
Right now, yeah.
when we are working on this particular book, Harmony Within. Why? What was the motivation? The reality is, outside here, people are actually suffering. You might see people. I wrote under one of my short story anthology, a short story titled "This Dark Hole." There is a hole you can't really classify. You find, Matilo, you had a very good friend, X. You work with her very well. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah is happy, joyous, coming to the office, coming to the show, performing very well. Then one day, Sarah committed suicide.
Na alikuwa anacheka.
Alikuwa anacheka.
Alikuwa anafanya kazi vizuri.
Anafanya kazi vizuri sana. And you wonder what actually happened. I was watching, I think, a clip the other week, and I was seeing someone who threw himself to an oncoming vehicle. Luckily, he survived.
He threw himself.
He threw himself. And I think it was on TikTok. If you could listen to the conversation near the driver, he was saying that how often this occurrence is happening. And many people are going through a lot of things. Unfortunately, sometimes it is hard for you to actually see depression. Somebody might be laughing, but internally they are paining. And a chemist, uliza the cells ya omeprazole. You know omeprazole?
Which it is an antidepressant.
Yes, it heals the ulcers.
Ulcers.
Watu wangapi Kenya sasa wako na ulcers?
Wengi, including Matilo here.
Hata Matilo wako na ulcers.
Hata mimi jamani.
Walai. Ni watu wengi mpaka mtoto mdogo. Yaani mtoto wa 9 years unasikia kuna stress, unashindwa inatoka wapi.
So, depression comes in different forms. There are some people who will show it out. There are some people, they'll be agonizing inside, but in real sense, hapa nje watakuwa wanacheka na wewe. And that is why, just like the girl I featured in my story, just one day, that fine doctor, that fine engineer, that good, successful person you thought will go. And you'll remain guilty. That's the problem we have. As friends, we will remain guilty, saying, ni nini tungefanya? What could we have done to actually save this particular person? It is painful to lose somebody you think you had a chance to do something. So depression comes to different phases and different reasons. But basically, let me use the stress fashion. Msongo wa mawazo. It means you are disturbed mentally.
Right.
It means your mental state is not actually okay. Mental health faces each and everyone at different reasons.
And can I ask, what are some of the causes of depression?
Yes. So depression, one, just like we pass the traits when we are doing the Y and the X chromosomes, there are some families we have depression rolling over from generation to generation. So there is a probability that if one person in your family had depression or suffered something like that, there might be a biological way you are going to have depression.
So meaning depression can be genetically transferred to a family member?
Yes.
Like Bwana Yagon.
Yes.
Let's say like my great grandfather alikuwa na depression. Mimi naweza pata depression.
Yes. There is a chance because it is there is a link of neurotransmission.
Lakini leo my viewers hapo watu kiona Matilo amesimama na hataki jokes.
No,
you just know here is
Matilo hata kwanza amesema nini there is a Matilo show.
No, acha nikwambie kuna vitu zingine leo Eh.
Okay.
Oh, okay, let's go.
So basically, what happens in your mental state? You know nerves.
Nerves, yeah.
They are sending signals.
Exactly, yeah.
So that is neural networks.
Yeah.
So the moment these signals are being sent, that's why you have pain. You feel some excitement. That's just a play of neurons and hormones.
Okay.
When you have an imbalance of this thing, that is actually when you start to deviate into a state of depression, where you feel like you are empty. You feel you are lonely. You feel? You feel anything in life is not giving you meaning. Even things which were so interesting to you start losing meaning. Umepata Matilo amekuwa akitaka kwenda Riri TV. So much. Early in the morning amesaikia show. Then you call her, anakuambia
the interest is not there no more.
So that is a start of the signs. So one, it can be transmitted biologically. Two, it can be triggered by an occurrence, the bad occurrences which comes to us. Life is not smooth.
Exactly.
That is actually true. So you might find you lose somebody important. You might find you lose something important. For example, trust. You have been trusting your friend F so much, then you have invested a lot of income or a lot of money with a project, maybe in Ayaya. You have counted so much on this particular person. Then just pop, they betray you. You lose the money, you lose the trust, you lose everything. So if you are not able to handle that particular situation, it will roll back and become a depression.
I can relate to it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes back, I think I should just open up about this. I experienced something like 2 years back. I just woke up one day and nikasikia tu I'm not okay. Then after 2 hours, half of my body wasn't functioning. You know, I had to call my mom, told her, hey, I'm not feeling okay. Luckily I had a phone, nika Google, like, why is the half of my body not functioning vizuri? And the phone saved me. Because immediately, niliambiwa niende hospitali, it's a sign of a stroke. Na mimi nikaenda medical, in 3 hours, half of my face ilikuwa imejikunja. Nikaambiwa ni Bell's palsy, as a result that I have been depressed. So to me, I thought I was all right, like I was doing good all along. Kumbe all this time, because after high school, my expectations were never met and all that, I was feeling like things were not working, you know. Kumbe all these things ilikonga depression, you know. So all of a sudden, I'm not okay. Half of my face is not functioning. Ile mdomo imekunjana this side hivi. So nobody has ever experienced that. Mpaka daktari akaniambia these things sana sana ni like the old age guys inakujanga because this is a mini stroke and it's Bell's palsy. Kumbe ni the same thing you're talking about right now. The nerve endings kama zi function vizuri. Kumbe inafanya the whole body. It can't function to the way. So depression is there and it is real.
It's real. Then when you talk about being passed from generation to generation, it's important to know this. While we grow up in an environment, we are exposed to different situations.
Exactly.
You find you are living in a family where every day you wake up fight. Every day you wake up financial stress. Every day you wake up joblessness. You see? So in that environment, if you are not, let's say, healthy or strong enough to go beyond whatever is surrounding you at that environment, there is a high chance for you to be depressed. Yes.
Because of the environment.
Because of the environment. That's why it's very good for you to be, do not close yourself into a negative environment, because the negative environment, the negative energy will be transmitted. Yeah.
Pia bado to stress.
Yes.
Ina trigger emotions zako somewhere.
Yes.
Like let's say umesema kuna ile ya like inheritance na kuna ingine. Like kuna way unaweza control ya inheritance. Usishike your generation.
For the inheritance, if it is transmitted from one generation to the other biologically, I don't think there's so much you can do. But the good thing is, it's also rare. It's not one of the many causes of depression. The many forms of depression, or the many causes we see, are the external or the environmental caused depression, where you are exposed maybe to a situation, you lost a job, you lost somebody you are maybe trusting, or somebody close to you, you lost a magnitude of things, then maybe you are under pressure, home, wanataka ukue job. For the women, they are asking you plenty of questions. When will you be married? Wewe umekuwa married leo. Then the second thing, kesho wanakuuliza kwani mtoto utapata lini? You see? Then here you might be exposing your mind to a lot of negative things. There are some people like watching a lot of negative things happening in the side. I read in a book by they that we should minimize the number of times you watch news, because the reality is good news is no news.
Bad news kwa journalism class.
Kwanza umeshikia hapo hiyo maneno. Do you know saizi vile tunaongea society wameanza kuwa na uoga kiasi yenye ukiingia online kifo, accident, nini mpaka like yesterday nilikuwa naongea na mama wa karibu miaka 52 alisema to me phone anymore. Nikamuuliza kwa nini? Hadi Matilo TV yangu naenda kuuza. Nilikuwa namwambia kesho ni watch. Akasema Matilo, TV yangu naenda kuuza na sijui nitakuwa na kuwatch aje. Nitumiage clip tu ukiongea. Nikamuuliza kwa nini? Akaniambia Matilo, tunaingia kwa hizo TV, tunaambiwa maneno yenye pia sisi zinatuuma. Like kama society pia tuna limit vile tuna share vitu mingi, juu watu wengine wako affected na zinawauma.
Yes.
Ukipata kama mzazi akisikia mtoto fulani alifanywa this, tena kesho unaona atasikia vibaya, what about next wangu. Sasa hizo vitu zina encourage like saizi mpaka wanashindwa like kama wewe uta advise ule mako pale home mwenye anataka kutupa simu, mwenye anataka kuuza TV, out of those actions ina mu affect atafanya nini?
A solution for all this.
Yes. So is it solvable?
Some we can prevent them,
Yes.
but we cannot solve them.
So I think like the news, you can avoid the news. Kama una feel like it's too much for you, avoidance can work.
Like us, like mimi kama mtu wa news na mimi kama like mother too, kuna vile unaweza encourage watu tupunguze those news.
Yes.
Kuna venye like tumekuta kama mentor advice mwenye ako pale home how he or she is going to tackle that depression. Ataibeba aje juu cause kesho tutapata mtu alijua. It is you mwenye umekuja like an angel to give advice to that someone mwenye ame lose hope. Mwenye in any minute atakuja kujua unaweza mwambia nini.
Yes, exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
So I think that will lead us to what are the probable solutions we can actually use to. The good thing about depression is most of it, or most of the time, it can actually be solved. Actually the impact can be reduced. There are very many ways. One of it is what is called talk therapy. You know, therapist.
Yes.
Talk therapy. Talking to someone, talking to people.
Being open,
Yes.
Always open up.
So if you are this kind of person, you see that hii ndio mwisho wa maisha. And mostly you find those people, they feel that death is the only solution. Yeah. If you are at that point in life, if you are at that point you are agonizing deep inside, I want you to get somebody you can speak out to. Now, I love a caveat on that. Most importantly, you need to get a professional who actually will give you the professional therapy. But because I know it is far and it is not, maybe you are not exposed to know the therapist immediately, get somebody you actually trust and you actually know they'll be able to help you out. And unfortunately, nowadays, people are not good. Kitambo, I was looking at a scenario when we were doing a book by Mary Furugwe, a superwoman, and inside it we said Mary had Esther. You see? Now I'm talking to people who are in position to help the other people. Mary had Esther. Mary came to Esther told Esther, I am pregnant and I don't know mwenye alinipea pregnancy.
Yeah.
If it was on a normal world yenye tuko sahi Kenya, I'm very sure Esther akamwambia Mary, kichwa chako si mzuri.
Walai.
But what did Esther tell Mary? Relax. It shall be okay.
Yeah.
It shall be well. And we are told the babies danced because at the same time, I think the twins.
The spirit form.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kulikuwa na Jesus na kulikuwa na
that connection.
John the Baptist.
John the Baptist.
John the Baptist.
And they connected. Sisi siku hizi you tell someone uko let's say London kwamba uko na shida. By the time unafika Shabab
ushajua.
Shabab yote imeshajua.
Unaambiwa shida yako ni gani?
Shida yako ni gani Matilo? Tumesikia Matilo ameanguka kwa barabara. Tumesikia Matilo uko na mimba. Yani dunia tumechange, like mbona tusirudi pale kwa Mary?
Yes, and Esther. So I was speaking to you. When you have a chance to listen to this person, kindly tufanyie tu vitu viwili. Ya kwanza, empathize. Don't sympathize. Empathize with the situation. Understand, taking through or take her through the process. Tell them there is a chance, there is a better way to do this. Number two, do not compare yourself with this person.
Exactly.
What do I mean by that? Somebody has come to you and anakuambia ako na shida, maybe ako na bill ya 100,000. Anamwambia heri wewe. Mimi niko na 200,000. You see?
So you are not helping.
You are not helping.
You are not giving.
No, una stress. Yeye amekuletea juu ako na stress.
Yes. So the problem we normally do sometimes is you want to tell this person that the problem you have is lighter than what is actually happening outside in the world. While this might be true, at that point you will not be helping that particular person because kwake kwa kichwa ameshaona amefika
mwisho. Hiyo ndio tu yenye amefika.
So do not make a mistake of doing that comparison at that particular time. In a way, eventually when you talk, you smooth it out, atakuja kurealize, okay, I think there are other problems na watu wana solve. So that is the first thing. Talk therapy. Talking out to people, get professionals. Huku nje, there are people when you speak to them, after your session ya 2 hours, you realize, kumbe nilikuwa sawa.
Kumbe dunia iko sawa.
Kumbe dunia iko sawa. The second thing, the self-care. What do I mean by self-care? What we have insisted so much for harmony within is understanding that you can actually love yourself more.
Appreciate yourself.
You can actually appreciate yourself more. Many people are going into depression and stress because they put themselves into unnecessary pressure. You want to, so hapo sasa ndio tunafanya prevention. You want to compare yourself with somebody who is eating their harvest while you are doing your seeds. You see? So wewe unataka kukaa kama millionaire na wewe ni 10 leo.
The social media pressure.
Yes.
Ndio kwanza social media platform ina challenge sana ma youth. Unataka kukaa kama Matilo na inali uko jobless. Unataka kucompete na Matilo inali hujafika hiyo class.
Yes.
Bado utulie, ndio maana unapata vijana wengi, a lot of youths wanaenda kujiuza, kuiba because una compete.
Yes. So that is one. Actually understand yourself, know where you are at this particular point, and then live within that particular boundaries. Number two, do more of balancing in your life. Seek a balance between the dreams and between the reality. Be contented. While you seek the future, be contented in one way or the other.
Tosheka na kidogo unachopata.
Yes. In self-care, seek out of ways you can release the tension. You can refresh. You can do yoga. You can engage in gym sessions, exercising, walking, listening to music. There are some very many things. Then you avoid things which cause depression or things which hide depression.
So there are things that hide depression.
Yes, for example, some people unasikia mtu anakuambia anataka kwenda kulewa because
Exactly.
Akona ndio hiyo.
Exactly.
Yaani anakuitaga uje kuna mabeste
Exactly.
yenyewe. Depression imemchapa. Maybe hajafanya exam. Maybe like boyfriend hajampea do. Sasa baada ya kuja kuambia kama beste boyfriend hajanipea pesa ama niko na stress. Kwetu tulewe. Yaani anakuleta umsaidie shida yake.
Sasa hiyo umepostpone. Imeficha. But kitu moja pia inafanya hivi sometimes two things might happen. It might postpone this situation for now.
Yeah.
But ukikuwa sober itarudi. That is one way. Number 2, inaweza koroga kichwa. Na kuispin kabisa. Kama ulikuwa 10% ipeleka hadi 70%. And then because alcohol, they normally say don't drink and drive because of situations like that, you now become distorted, unaanza to think differently. So that is one of the things you need to do. Avoid these things which hide. Avoid short-lived solutions which are actually not solutions, because in the long term ikitu itakurudia.
And can we say, I don't know kama this is a way of hiding depression. Somebody is in a relationship and I feel like the spouse, maybe they are not in good terms, so and end up cheating. Is that also a way people are hiding depression? So anajua is not okay, so anaona solution is just going and finding somebody out there at the same time bado ako in a relationship. So is that a way of hiding the whole depression in family setups?
When I normally talk to kids when I'm doing my mentorship, I always give them an illustration of a cow counting cows, and the situation is, the condition is the cows are, all of the cows have horns. You see? So you can choose to count cows by the number of horns, or you count cows by the number of tails.
Exactly.
So which, if you count cows by the number of horns, you will get 40 cows. She will get 20 cows.
20 cows.
Who will be on the right?
Mimi Matilo. Because nini ukihesabu the horns ni mbili.
Yes.
Hiyo ni kao moja. Sasa ukihesabu hiyo style utakuwa fa mkia ni mo, hiyo ni kao moja. Enda na mkia.
Why am I saying that? Kitambo si ulikuwa unaiba sukari.
Exactly.
Mama anakuja anakuambia umeiba sukari. Unamwambia mimi sijaiba sukari.
Sasa iko hapa.
Lakini kichwa chako inakwambia nini?
Inside unajua like I did it.
Wewe na Mungu unajua hii kitu nime.
I did it.
So
kula mingi sana.
Let us stop lying to ourselves. Cheating or doing that, you are deviating the problem. And unfortunately, what if you are cheating, you get another problem. So you multiply your problems. You see? It's better you face the challenge the way it is. If it can be solved, let it be solved. If it cannot be solved, let us know it cannot be solved. We cut it off. Yes.
Wow. You know, I was talking about this because lately, kwa news, we've had so many news of femicides happening, you know, and many people have been having like a discussion around it. And the main reason, apart from the other reasons that are like illusions, inatokanga na relationship, na inatokana na unapata one side of the relationship, maybe a guy ama the lady, something was not okay. So ndio inaletanga hizi issues zote. So is there a way a couples can manage everything to avoid all these things? Because at the end of the day, inaletanga na mzongo wa mawazo, because somebody you love, you can't hurt.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
There is a book here inaitwa Tales of the Savannah by Amkich Karanja. We launched it like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And this guy is propagating something about African culture. Do you know, if you go back to history and study, the number of depressions, the number of maybe suicides and all that which were happening at that particular time, ilikuwa kidogo sana.
Kidogo sana.
Why?
Sana.
Because
sana.
in our African culture, we valued family life.
Exactly.
And then in family life, we used to talk to one another. We used to talk to each other. The elders used to share so that you have a communion. But nowadays, in families, you'll find, can you be honest? When was the last time you had a family meeting?
We've never had a family meeting.
Matilo?
Mimi hata ndo sasa sijaiona. Family meeting inakuwa mama na baba wewe.
We can't lie.
Mwingine akuje na mwingine. Lakini sasa ile kuleta familia yote.
No.
So the reason I'm talking about this is, as a society, I think we need to go back and ask ourselves, what were we doing in the African culture? Tujirudishe kule.
For us to save this generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, huku nje siku hizi, we pretend. Families, we are disoriented. We are disintegrated. Everyone for himself, God for us all.
Yeah.
So family is the basic unit you could have talked about. We are talking about relationships where people are killing themselves.
Exactly.
What is the Bible talking about? Love. Love should be something which is uniting us, bringing us together. So where do love and hate come in? It can't. It is because we are not open in our communication channel. We are not together. We are not sharing our issues. And that is why, for me, my parting shot will be
anajitoa uhai. Akaniambia uhai ulipewa na God. Doreen huwezi ua Doreen. Huyo alikuwa anaua huyo. Kwa nini? That's why kwa Kenya tunaambia wa youth, ukishindwa na maisha wacha kuua huyo. Achana na huyo survive because God ako na reason ya Doreen. Na huwezi wewe una permission ya kuua Doreen.
yes.
Yeah. Sasa hapo nilikuja nikajua like hakuna mtu mko na permission ya kujitoa hadi wewe uwai.
Yes, legally you are not allowed to do that.
You are not allowed.
Yes, you are not.
Even to the Bible, wewe unajitoa aje?
Because you want to kill yourself.
Exactly. Kwa nini unataka kuua Doreen?
Yes.
Ni Kenya.
And many people don't know that.
Hata even to the Bible, you can't kill yourself.
Mr. Patrick, do you know for the African tradition from home penye mimi natoka, mtu kalikuwa amecommit suicide, walikuwa nakuja wanamchapa.
Yes.
Because ilikuwa like it's like a bad omen. Like unafanya makosa, you are dead but bado unachapwa because whatever you did is wrong.
Recently I saw in a clip doing the same thing. I think the guy alikuwa huko juu. The first thing they did, walikata hiyo kamba na vile alikuwa anafika chini,
alikuwa amesogwa
viboko sana.
Inafaa. Juu like ndio kwa maana tunastahili turudi about the African traditions. Istahili ufanye hivyo. Juu sasa hizi unaona like mtu amejua anapelekwa tu anacheka. Juu amefanya kitu yenye ni normal. But tukielekea kwa tradition, that thing ilikuwa kitu yenye itakikani. Na even tukienda kwa Biblia, apart from huko tradition, pia Biblia inakataza. Unajua aje?
So anyway, talking generally about depression, we need to accept as a society that it is real.
Yeah.
It is real.
The signs might be out there, and sometimes the signs might not be out there.
Yeah.
So let us be keen, let us be considerate, na tukue tunajuliana hali. Let's follow up.
Unakubali tu mwenzako akikwambia kitu.
Once in a while, check at that phone call, your phone book. Call some friends. Isikue tu uko surprised like kumbe Matila yuko tena.
Wajulie tu hali.
Yes. So that is it. Thank you for that conversation.
Hello, the West Side family. It has been a great interview with Mr. Patrick, who also doubles up as an author and a publisher also. Ametupatia so many insights concerning depression.
Unasema Lennox. Leo hata mimi nimesikia vizuri. Amenifundisha pia.
Wow.
Like saizi society yenye tuko, usifikirie you are alone.
Yeah, you are never alone.
You have that spirit.
You are never alone.
Na Doreen the body.
You are never
kama uko wawili ndani ya moja, mbona u feel lonely? Na ikikuuma sana Lennox. Mimi hata na prefer aje ikinuma. Like squeezing my mom is my best friend. Unajua sasa mama yako izika kufukuza. Umekuwa na marafiki wengi ukiwaambia hii rafiki anakutana. Unaambia rafiki anatangaza within a minute. But if you can talk to someone mwenye anaweza like mimi naona kama my mom haizienda kuniandika kama mtoto wake. My mom haizi niambia like wacha fanya hivi. It is good if you open up.
Exactly.
Juu tunasemaga like nini problem ikisolvika hata kama 10% imekupunguzia sana.
Problem shared is half solved.
Yeah.
So basically, thank you everybody for watching, and this is the first episode. Bado tutakuwa tunakupatia more of this. Kuna a lot that we'll be talking. Mr. Patrick will always be with us around, and it's just amazing. We are creating a family. We are creating a family, and we are trying to teach each other all these things. And wow, that was great, Mr. Patrick. That was nice.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Thank you so
much. And karibu tena sana.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Matila.
Asante sana. Tutakuwa tunakutana ukiwa pale home. Stay tuned yani. Yani kama wewe ni youth na unataka kujua more about vile unaweza handle peer pressure, anything related to hii society ya saizi, stay tuned. Every Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. tutakuwa na mentor wetu in the house.
More than just
yani ukiwa na question yoyote unasema hapo, anything unasema, no, usiogope, sema tu.
Adios.
Bye.
Thank you. That was nice.
Muziki.
That was nice.